Hey everyone, I'm Almar for almarsguides.com, and this is the very first Guild Wars 2 leveling guide video that I'm going to put out there. So I came up with a long list of pretty much the exact and easiest way that I have found to get max level in Guild Wars 2. However, there's going to be a few stipulations before jumping in right away. The first is you're going to need money. And you're going to need a lot of money, maybe like 25 to 50 gold, somewhere in there, probably not that much, and you're definitely going to be making back a lot of what you spend, even if you do spend that much. So, as you could probably guess, based on having to, or requiring so much money, we're going to be crafting for most of the route. So crafting is by far the most reliable and easiest way to get from 1 to 80. Every single time you max a crafting profession, you're going to get 10 levels. And we're going to be maxing, I think, 5, 6 crafting professions, something like that, to get to level 80. Therefore, we're going to be doing 20 levels ourselves and pretty much 60 levels through crafting. Now, to get started, the main thing you're going to need to do is buy a bunch of bags or containers that have fine crafting materials in it. You can just buy the fine crafting materials right up front yourself, which will be easier. Just a lot more time consuming because you're going to have to go through the auction house for each and every single one and find it and stuff like that. It's going to be very annoying. So what you want to do is type in moldy, and this will bring up all of the moldy bags. So you want to buy moldy sacks, tiny moldy bags, light moldy bags, small moldy bags, large moldy, and medium moldy. I recommend buying at least 250 of each one, which will probably be about 10 gold for, or not 10 gold, but it'll be quite a bit of money for, you know, each. You won't need 250 heavy moldy bags, but you'll definitely need some, especially if you're not, you never farm like Cursed Shore in your off time or anything like that. Also, if one of these bags starts to get too expensive, which I actually recommend you do anyway, say, you know, tiny moldy bags are going for 75 copper and you just can't have that. Type in supply instead, and it's going to bring up a whole different type of bag here. Supply bags. And then you'll be able to go through all of these, buy what you want, just like you would before, and say these start getting too expensive too. Then type in miners. And here you're going to get a completely different thing that you're going to be able to buy, just like the other two. The only difference between all of these bags is the miners bags hold, I think, glacial slivers and lodestones and cores and stuff like that. Supply bags are onyx slivers, cores, lodestones, and moldy bags are the pile of like putrid essence and stuff like that. There's a few different bags too, but these are the main 3 core bags that we're definitely going to want to buy and focus on when it comes time to leveling up our characters through crafting. So, buy these bags, open them all up, and get as many fine crafting materials as you can. The main thing to keep in mind is we're going to be leveling up all of our professions pretty much through discoveries. Discoveries give the most experience and level you the fastest and are the easiest to do. And kind of the cheapest too. So, the main thing we're going to be doing is starting out at level 1, you want to get out of the tutorial, you know, get done most of the basic stuff, and then you're going to want to hit B. And once you hit B, it's going to bring up this World v World menu. And what you'll do from here is enter one of these battlegrounds and then take the Lion's Arch as surrogate. And this will put you in Lion's Arch. Now, from Lion's Arch, the main thing we're going to want to do is go to the auction house first. You're definitely going to need to get stuff out of the auction house. I recommend you buy bags to increase your inventory size. Pretty much get your character ready for a lot of crafting. Now, the first 2 professions you're going to want to pick up are jeweler and chef. So jewel crafting and pretty much cooking are going to be the ones you're going to want to pick up. So as you can see here on this guy, the jeweler, I have 400 max jeweling. I won't be able to show you any of the recipes though because it's not currently memorized at the time, or, you know, brought up or whatever you would call it. And for jeweling and chef, what I recommend you do is actually look up guides online if you can. Just find a good guide that a lot of people use for both of these professions and follow them. Listen to what they say to level them as cheaply and as quickly as possible. I'm not going to go over the strategies in this video because, for one, I'm always changing my strategies. And I'm always doing something different each time I level a profession just because I hate following, ironically enough, I hate following guides because I usually get lost, sidetracked, and then I just start doing my own thing. So, Jeweler and Chef, you'll want to raise both of these professions up until your skill level is like 250 to 300, something right in there for each of them, and you'll be around level 15 at that point. At this point, you're going to want to buy a few pieces of gear for yourself and do the story missions and discover, a few of the map locations and stuff like that as you're doing those missions. After that, you're going to want to finish Chef and Jeweler and Lion's Arch, finish them up, get to 400 with both of those professions, and then you'll want to switch to artificing and tailoring. Now, if you're getting stuck at the higher end of Jeweler and you have no idea what to do, what I recommend you do is look up on guildwars2database.com a few of the higher level profession/combines. You can buy them with Karma here at this vendor, but you're probably not going to have Karma at such a lower level. So what you're going to have to do is buy the materials that are used in combining together to make these rings, necklaces, accessories, whatever it is, and then you'll be able to sell the ring, necklace, accessory, whatever it is, on the trading post for pretty much your money back. That's what I did for all of my characters. Now, after you max these two professions, you're going to want to drop them and pick up artificing and tailoring. With these two professions, you want to raise them up until you hit level 30. And then at level 30 to 35, you're going to want to do story missions plus a zone of your choice. I recommend you pick a kind of lower level zone, an area that you're not going to have much difficulty in. Just go there, and you don't have to go through 100% the zone, but what you should do is go through and do a good amount of the zone. Do maybe 9 out of 12 of the quests. Discover almost every waypoint. Pretty much explore it, gather up what you come across. Don't just leave crap on the ground and stuff like that. And this will give you a nice little boost in experience and also teach you the very, very important part of learning how to play your class. This will be pretty much your first foray into learning how to play and getting accustomed to your character. After you feel you've learned a lot about your character, you've gotten the feel down for how things are moving along right now, head back to Lion's Arch and level up artificing and tailoring until they're maxed, which will get you to about level 45. At this point, you want to drop artificing and tailoring and pick up armor smithing and weaponsmithing. So before we get too in-depth with this, I'd like to say, for artificing and tailoring, make sure you make a lot of insignias and dowels and stuff like that. Make sure you have a lot of those things left over. I'll show you, I'll name off a few in my bank right here. But the main reason you're going to want to leave a lot of these left over is because it's extremely important, because we're going to be leveling armor smithing and weaponsmithing next, which take these insignias and inscriptions that you will be able to make with the previous two professions. So you're going to want to make a lot of these and hang on to them. I recommend you hang on to about 5 to 10 of each kind. And the reason for this is pretty much this. If we can raise artificing and tailoring by making these and doing very few other discoveries, then we'll be able to raise the other two professions cheaper and easier by pretty much just doing discoveries. So that's pretty much the idea and essence behind doing exactly what we're doing here. So grab armor smithing and weaponsmithing, raise them up a bit. You can get each to about 200, and then you'll be about level 55, at which point you'll want to leave Lion's Arch and go to Dredgehaunt Cliffs. Do all of Dredgehaunt Cliffs. Once again, you don't have to 100% it if you don't want to. You can just bing, bang, boom, in and out. Do most of the quests, do most of the exploration, do most of the zone. After you get done Dredgehaunt, you're going to want to head to Blaze Ridge Steps, which, let me show you where both of these zones are on the map. Now, Dredgehaunt is just a little bit to the east here. Right here, Dredgehaunt Cliffs, 40 to 50 zone. You can get there pretty much by Holbrack, just to the south. And then Blaze Ridge Steps is all the way up here. Another level 40 to 50 zone, and you can get there very easily from Plains of Ashford. So, the reason we're going to want to do these zones is because they have some of the most valuable gatherables you can get. And it's going to be very, very important to replenish back some of the money that we've spent. So therefore, if you can go to these zones, do the quests, run around, gather up, seasoned wood logs, gold ore, iron ore, chili peppers, stuff like that, you're really going to start replenishing a lot of the money that we spent, and you'll be pretty much on the path of making your money back and even making some money maybe while leveling these characters. So, doing Dredgehaunt and Blaze Ridge will get you to level 60. at level 60, you're going to want to finish armor smithing and weapon smithing, and smithing, not smithering, and that'll get you to level 70. At level 70, you're going to want to do your story missions and or other crap for experience. What I actually do for a lot of my characters at level 70 is I start gathering in Straits of Devastation, I start here at Thorn Pass waypoint, and I pretty much gather up all the way up to here and all the way down to here, and I just log on once an hour and gather everything and kill some of the stuff that's in my way. It's very, very corny, time consuming, and not that profitable. However, it's a nice way to, you know, start making a little bit of extra money when and also to level from gathering. So keep that in mind, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's pretty much the not a set in stone leveling guide, but this is the leveling strategy I used for a lot of my characters and am continuing to use for a lot of my characters. I'll show you my characters really fast here. I came back to the game about 2 weeks ago after a few-month break, and all I had really was my Thief and my level like 50 Necromancer. And this is the characters that I have right now by using the same exact method. I have my level 80 Thief, my level 3 Elementalist, 80 Necromancer, my level 36 Warrior, 59 Ranger, level 8 Engineer, and 33 Guardian. It's not anything super impressive, but I've been able to level those characters quite a bit and quite quickly for pretty much barely any gold spent whatsoever. And that's pretty much all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe to me for future gaming and Guild Wars 2 videos. As always, guys, good luck, happy hunting, and I'll catch you guys around in the very next video.